If you have lost the joy of cooking, or maybe you never had it to begin with, but you know you've got to eat, and maybe you're trying to save money, so this video is for you. Before I started this method, my husband would ask me what we're eating tonight, and I would get so frustrated and annoyed and be like, well, what do you want to eat? But now I can send him a list of meals that we have ingredients for, and I can say, which one do you prefer? This method makes it really easy to use any recipes you want that you know you and your family love. And these are just a few of the recipes that I have made since I started using this method, and it has been amazing. I was actually realizing that I kept saying I don't like cooking, and then I was talking to other people who would ask and just talk about how it has become a hobby for them. And I was like, you know what? I used to like cooking. Like, what happened? And so I was trying to figure out how to make it simple and easy and fun again. So this is what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. It has worked amazingly, and so I might have to do an update if something does kind of throw a wrench in it, or just to see how it goes long term. But I am so excited about this that I just had to go ahead and share it so that it can help other people in the meantime. So first, I was actually going to make it very complicated and difficult up front to begin with, because I was gathering all of my recipes and planning to get pictures and print them and put them on magnets so that we could have them on our fridge and move them to different places as we were using them and making certain meals, because we had seen another couple who did this and it looked amazing, but the project of it wasn't very exciting for me. And so I finally realized that the way that I was organizing my YouTube videos could translate into how to organize my meal planning. Because what I love about how I do my videos is that I can have a list of video ideas, and then I can move it once I have recorded the video. Then I know what videos I have recorded. And then once I have created a thumbnail, I can move it over again so I know which ones I already have thumbnails for. And then after I've published it, then I know I can go ahead and move it to that column. And then when I need to delete it, and I've done that already, I can move it to the deleted column. So that was super helpful. And so I'm using the same system for my meal planning now. And I use Trello, but you can use other things. You could even use pen and paper. It's just a little more complicated because of moving things back and forth. So I am gonna explain my setup. Let me grab my phone with my Trello on it. So now I have on Trello a YouTube planning thing and then a meal planning board. And so here are the categories that I have. All of the meals that we like to eat regularly. So I gathered all of my cookbooks and recipe cards and printed out pages of recipes, and even some new recipes that I had just asked some friends for. And I made a list of the ones that I wanted to rotate frequently, and it ended up being more than I thought. It was about 60 meals, and it does not feel like we go through that many. I feel like I'm always just like, oh, what else can we eat? But if we just rotated 60 meals, we would not feel like they were repeating too much. So this was really helpful. They're mostly things that are easy or ingredients that we often keep around. It's not something weird that we're going to use once and then not know what to do with it. Also, I have recipes from my side of the family and from his side of the family. And I did put some on here that just I eat, and I'll cook those and make them for my lunches while my husband's gone. And then I numbered them as well, but I don't know that I really needed to do that. I numbered them because I thought I was still gonna try to print them out, and I wanted to match up the picture to the number and the number to the ingredients and recipe. But actually in Trello, you can put a checklist within each card, is what they call it. So I can add the ingredients. Now, I haven't done this for every single recipe yet. I'm kind of doing that as I go. Some of them maybe I don't, because I know all the ingredients and I'm not gonna forget. But so the next column is upcoming meals to shop for. So whatever I'm in the mood for. So that's how I do it. So it's more spontaneous, because that is the thing that drives me crazy about meal plans, is that they're too structured and you have to stick to them too much. And I'm like, no, what if I change my mind? And so I put the ones that I want to shop for the next time I go. Then also I have the next column, which is meals I already have ingredients for. So if I haven't been to the grocery store yet, I know what I can make already without going. And also there are just some things that we keep in stock. So I almost always have stuff for spaghetti or some kind of pasta. So that can be there as kind of a backup or emergency type thing. And then the next column is leftovers. So there are just two of us. The thing I like about this plan though is that you can adjust it to however many people live here. I see a lot of meal plan ideas or like specific recipes, and I'm like, no, I want my own recipes. So this is where you can tailor it to yourself and it'll still be spontaneous to an extent. I mean, pretty spontaneous. It's like as spontaneous as I am now. It's just I have the reminders of what we've eaten recently and what we haven't, and what I know we will both like. So that's leftovers. And then once we've eaten the leftovers, I move it to the final column, which is meals cooked in the past month. And so let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. I have at least 21 in that category right now. You can do other columns. I do have a column for desserts to try, just so that I remember, but that's at the end and I'm not looking at it all the time with my regular meal planning. So it is just super easy to reference this anytime I'm like, oh, what do we need to eat? Also, meals that I have cooked in the past month, I will then move back to the start and have it again under just the main meals. So I know how many leftovers we have and what needs to be eaten and what needs to be made next. Where's the steak? Did I put that? Oh, my husband does have some leftovers for that, so let me move that back over. So easy. And even if I freeze stuff, I can put that in the leftovers bin, or you could just create a new list, but I just put it in the leftovers because it's so easy to take it out and heat it up, and then it's a meal. I'm gonna go ahead and show you on my phone the different categories and things that I have up here. So meals with ingredients, and I thought I was gonna number them. Upcoming meals to shop for, and that's again just whatever I feel like. So anything on here I can just be like, ooh, I'm in the mood for chicken salad this week, let me move it up here. Or, oh, I have almost everything to make the ravioli lasagna, let me go ahead and move that to upcoming meals, and I'll just buy this one ingredient that I'm still missing. And then upcoming meals to shop for, so when I'm making my grocery list, I just reference this. Oh, we made Norwegian waffles. Okay, we have them as leftovers now. So there we go. Meals I have ingredients for. But yeah, see how easy it is? Oh, and so the 7 out of 7, or those green check marks, that shows what ingredients there are. So So these all have everything in them.
but don't add another checklist. But I already added a checklist by clicking there, and then I added the ingredients. So chicken, tortillas, yogurt, salsa, cheese. We use yogurt as sour cream, so that's why. Black beans, lettuce, cheese, whatever. Okay. Meals I have ingredients for. Leftovers. Meals cooked in the past month. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say, and then desserts to try, and then you can add a new list if you want. You can also rearrange the lists. I don't know that you can drag them, but you can move list, and it will tell you what spot. This is in position 6 because it's at the end, but I could move it to the beginning or any other spot. And it's nice because it's on my phone, so it's always with me pretty much, and online, so I think I technically could find it just even from a computer. But one of the main things I wanted to talk to you about regarding this is that my husband, like a week after I started doing this and had this list made, my husband ended up going for a procedure out of town. So we were gone like 5 days, I think. We were expecting to only be gone 4, and he had to stay in the hospital an extra day. So I was able to pack our leftovers because I had been cooking regularly and more intentionally, and meals that we were excited to eat. So I was able to pack things, and we only went out to eat 2 or 3 times. I think we did like the day before we left and then on the drive home. And then I grabbed some stuff to eat from the cafeteria at the hotel. And otherwise, I had a bunch of snacks as well. And I didn't really add that to my list, but you could if you just wanted it. I feel like that's more something you just add to your grocery list. But I just really needed help with meals and meal planning. But we did have breakfast at the hotel a couple of days. That was included. And so I would grab some snacks from there. So I ate those while I was at the hospital unexpectedly longer. So that was just really nice to be gone that long and not just be eating fast food all the time.
I also loved that we didn't have to worry about fighting traffic. We could just eat in our room like we were at home.
We took a cooler, and the hotel had a fridge. It did not have a freezer, and I did bring freezer meals. So some of them I just let them thaw in the fridge. Like I had made it chili and it was frozen, so I put that in the fridge to let it thaw, and we could eat that throughout. But there were like microwave dinners, I guess, from Trader Joe's, and so we just ate those the first night, and it was perfect. Worked out fine before they could melt. We could have left them in the cooler and added ice too, I guess.
One other thing that really helped me simplify meal planning and enjoy cooking more was reorganizing my pantry, but that is a video for another day. I hope you will subscribe so that you can watch that one in the future as well.
But anyway, I just feel so relieved about that and so good about it that I just had to share. Hopefully it helps you do some version of this, or something that helps to bring the joy back into cooking and meal planning and eating. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, cool. And now I can just add